Breaking 1 min ago. Kay Starmer in full panic as Walsall explodes after migrant hotel bloodbath leaves innocent British worker stabbed 23 times. Britain's finally waking up to this treasonous nightmare. Folks, grab your tea and brace yourselves, because this isn't just another Labour failure, it's the spark that's lit the powder keg of Keir Starmer's diabolical open borders betrayal. Picture this: November 7th, 2025, 9:14pm, Redbridge Inn in Walsall, West Midlands. Ryan Sky White, a 27-year-old minimum wage hero just clocking her shift, gets ambushed by Dang Cho Majek, a Sudanese refugee lounging in the very migrant hotel she's paid peanuts to protect. 23 stabs to the head with a screwdriver. 23! While she's begging for her life, doing her job for crumbs. This animal turns her workplace into a slaughterhouse, and within 20 minutes, the whole place erupts in flames, torched by the rage of a nation that's had enough of Kay Starmer's ECHR handcuffs, letting killers roam free. Chloe Bennett, Ryan's colleague, she's live streaming the inferno, tears streaming, screaming into the camera. She was just doing her job. Why did she have to die? That clip. 4.8 million views by midnight. 4.8 million Brits watching their trust in this clown show government go up in smoke. And smoke it did. 56 migrant hotels torched nationwide in the first hour alone. 250 injured, 26 coppers hospitalised, 128 arrests. Protests exploding from Walsall to Dudley, Wolverhampton, Birmingham, Tipton, then bam, nationwide fury. By 4pm the next day, 150,000 patriots on the streets. Belfast roaring, London clashing, Newcastle burning. Chants ripping through the air. She died in silence. We will not. Tom Aker, a 52-year-old taxi driver who charged in to save Ryan, blood on his hands, lays it bare. In all my years on these streets, I have never seen this country shaken until now. What burned down that morning was more than a hotel. It was trust. Trust in who? In Keir Starmer, that's who. This snivelling ECHR puppet who sold our streets to every channel-crossing thug under the sun. Remember his slimy promises? Secure borders, protect the British people. Lies. All lies from a man who'd rather bow to Strasbourg judges than back our vets rotting on the streets while migrants get 5-star hotel suites. Vets versus migrants. It's not a slogan, it's the disgusting reality Kay Starmer's engineered. Our heroes forgotten in cardboard boxes while killers like Dang Cho Majek get taxpayer-funded luxury. Treasonous, absolutely treasonous, and don't get me started on the chaos. Leaked My5 report, yeah, you heard that right. 42 encrypted channels coordinating this uprising. Containment is no longer feasible, they admit. Police drones jammed. Substations fried, ambulances blocked, power outages plunging towns into darkness, economic carnage, 79 million quid in losses, retail sales cratering by 1.66 billion. Hospitals on backup generators like it's bloody World War III. All because Labour's soft-touch insanity has turned our green and pleasant land into a war zone. Kay Starmer's in Westminster, sweating bullets in that emergency meeting. But does he condemn the migrant madness? No, he's too busy blaming far-right agitators, code for any Brit who dares love their country. Tommy Robinson's nodding from afar, isn't he? Because this is what happens when you ignore the real voices screaming for sanity. This isn't random violence, folks. It's the inevitable explosion of a pressure cooker Keir Starmer's been cranking for years these days. ECHR rulings tying our hands while illegals flood in. Hotels turned into tinder boxes, guarded by underpaid locals like Ryan. Disgusting! Diabolical! How many more graves are before he resigns in shame? The streets are speaking. Riots in every corner, from the Black Country to the Big Smoke. And as the fires rage, that viral spray paint hits the nail. Compassion is the last line of defence. But whose compassion? Not for Ryan, not for Tom Acker dragging her broken body to safety. No, Kay Starmer's compassion is for the stabbers, the arsonists, the invaders eroding our sovereignty. But this is just the start. The real storm's brewing as reactions pour in and the nation demands blood. Keir Starmer's panic, it's just beginning. As the fires rage, that viral spray paint hits the nail. Compassion is the last line of defence. But whose compassion? Not for Ryan, not for Tom. Echo dragging her broken body to safety. No, Keir Starmer's compassion is for the stabbers, the arsonists, the invaders eroding our sovereignty. And now, as the ashes settle and the sun rises on November 8th, 2025, the backlash is biblical. Westminster's emergency huddle, a farce. Keir Starmer, that spineless HR lapdog, emerges at 7:32 a.m. with his trademark smirk wiped clean, flanked by Yvette Cooper like she's his human shield. This is the work of far-right agitators exploiting tragedy, he bleats, voice cracking like cheap porcelain. Far-right! That's you, Keir! You're the agitator, the enabler, the traitor, who's turned our island into a sieve for every lowlife with a dinghy and a grudge. Protesters outside number 10 don't buy it. 200,000 now, spilling from Whitehall to Trafalgar, hurling eggs and fury. Blood on your hands, Starmer! Resign! One banner nails it. ECHR, every criminal's holiday resort. Spot on. Those Strasbourg overlords dictating our deportations while our daughters bleed out on train platforms. Disgusting! How many rulings before Keir Starmer grows a spine and rips up the treaty that's chaining us to this migrant mayhem? Cut to the colonies. Sorry, the devolved disasters. In Belfast, Sinn Féin's Michelle O'Neill calls an urgent review, but it's but it's all hot air while loyalists torch another hotel in Lisbon screaming, "No more Rians!" Scotland's Humza Yousaf, remember him, tweets, platitudes about unity, but Edinburgh streets erupt with 5,000 marchers. Bagpipes wailing over chants of deport or die. Even Cardiff's flying the flag. 2,000 patriots blockading a Swansea barge site, echoing Walsall's war cry. Nationwide, it's a symphony of scorn. Manchester's Arndale Centre, a no-go zone. Liverpool's docks jammed with vets in berets, linking arms with families like Ryan's, their signs brutal. We fought for this, vets on streets, killers in suites. Vets versus migrants. Keir Starmer's masterpiece of misery. Our Falklands and Afghan warriors begging for scraps in doorways while Dangcho Majek and his ilk guzzle room service on our dime. Treasonous filth. Rupert Lowe's on the telly, roaring from Great Yarmouth. This is what happens when you let the courts run the country. Time for mass deportations now. And Tommy Robinson, from his exile, he drops a video that's hit 10 million views. I told you, lads, the powder keg's blown. Stand with Walsall. Britain first. Nod to the man they silenced. He's the prophet they couldn't gag, but the real gut punch, the families. Ryan's mum, Sarah White, 52, hollow-eyed on Sky News at 10 a.m, clutching a teddy for her 5-year-old grandson. She texted me at 8:45, "Mum, love you, off to work," by 9:14, gone. Because some animal the government housed got cranky over a missing charger. They took my girl for peanuts, $9.50 an hour to guard. Killers. Sarah's words, a dagger straight to Keir Starmer's black heart. Her GoFundMe, 500,000 in hours, Brits emptying pockets for the lad who's never meet his nan's daughter again. Then Chloe Bennett, voice raw from Screaming into the Void, goes live again at noon. They burned it down for Ryan, for all of us slaving away while they lounge. But it won't bring her back, only justice will. Views, 20 mil and climbing. That's the people's verdict. Labour's lost the country. Economic Armageddon rolls in by lunch. Fetsy craters, 3%, 79 million in torch tatters. Shops looted in Wolverhampton. Supply chains snapped like twigs. Birmingham's jewellery quarter, ghost town. 1.66 billion in retail bleed out. Hospitals. Backup Jennies humming like doomsday clocks. Walsall Manor treating 450 clash casualties. From shattered skulls to rubber bullet burns. MI5's leaked memo. 42 dark web cells. Ex-Forces lads coordinating with Ghost Precision. Up Rian. Light 'em up. Containment failed. Now it's conflagration. Kay Starmer calls in the army. 5,000 troops by dusk, but it's too late. Protests swell to 250,000 from Plymouth to Perth. A human tide washing away the lies. Reactions. A torrent of truth. Elon Musk tweets, UK's borders are a joke. Starmer's asleep at the wheel. Wake up or watch it burn. Nigel Farage, live from Clacton. This is the bill for Brexit betrayal. Close the hotels, boot the boats. Even the BBC's forced to air unfiltered vox pops. Starmer's sold us out to the EU. Ghosts. Diabolical. The ECHR's shadow looms larger. Their latest ruling blocking 10 deportations that morning. Coincidence? Please. It's the chain around our necks. Forged in Brussels, tightened in Westminster. By midnight, as copters buzz over smouldering skylines, one image endures. Tom Aker, bandaged but unbowed. Spray canning Ryan's name on a cop van. For the silenced, that's the punch, folks. The final furious roar of a nation dumb bending. Kay Starmer's reign. Crumbling like the hotels he filled with vipers. Demand his head, tear down the treaty, put Brits first, or watch the flames spread. This isn't protest, it's purification. Britain awakens, and God help the traitors in her way. Hit like if you're raging with Ryan, subscribe to fuel the fight. Peace!